Hey there, I think that we have our tech all up and ready and good to go. So hi everybody, welcome. I'm Bailey. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you being here. I know that time is something that we cannot get back, so I will make sure to keep this time together fun and actionable. I want you to be able to use what I'll be sharing with you today immediately. Like put it into your life and action on it right now. I'm also going to have an awesome surprise for you at the end of the call, so you must stay on the line to receive your goodie bag. So on today's Lunch and Learn webinar, you're going to learn like why feeling like not enough comes up for all of us, even Beyonce. You're going to learn how to boost your confidence and feel comfortable in your own skin. And you're going to learn how to escape that feeling of not enough and really make that change last. So a brief word about housekeeping. So I'm going to be spilling the beans on a lot of helpful tips to really help you take control of your life and really feel more connected to yourself. I recommend that you dig up a piece of paper, pen, crayon, open up Evernote, jot down whatever resonates for you. Since we're going to be using Google Hangout / YouTube Live for our webinar today, I don't think that there's a chat bar. I see one, but I don't know that you guys see it. So as we go along, feel free to email me any questions that you have during the presentation, and I'm going to be sure to answer them as best as I can at the very end of the call. So my personal email that'll go right to my phone is Bailey Freeman @gmail.com. So BAILEYFRUMEN @gmail.com. And shoot me an email and I'll hop on at the end of our session and answer any questions that you might have. I'm not particularly a tech genius, so that's just going to be how it works. And if you know how to do it better, please also email me that. So today's Lunch and Learn is all about how to change feeling not enough. So I'm going to introduce myself. I'm going to go over how to make the changes to boost your confidence and feel like a rock star. And then we're going to pull back the curtain that I have on the surprise for you, and we'll do a little Q&A at the end. So a little bit about me. Well, like I said before, my name is Bailey Freeman, and I'm a transformational life coach. I help ambitious women to create a clear roadmap to achieve their goals. I'm also a new mama to little Phoebe. So that means that I've been recalibrating what work-life balance really means to me. Some things change and you just have to kind of ride that wave. Sometimes it's not all that easy. Something else about me is that I'm a big-time traveler. So I've been to nearly 30 countries and counting. I've met amazing friends, and I've even met my husband while traveling. I have a background as a licensed psychotherapist. So a few years ago when I had my own practice, I had a wait list. And that felt really good. But the interesting and really ironic part was that while everyone was coming to me to help them overcome stress, I was so ambitious and overworked that I had to actually tackle my own stress demons first. So back in 2012, if you would have told me I would have the life that I do today, I would have absolutely laughed at you. At the time, I was working nearly 80 hours a week, feeling overwhelmed and really unsure of what I wanted in life. I felt like I had always done the right thing. Graduated with a 4.0, stepped into a career most people would be excited about. I even bought a house by 27. But the truth was, I wasn't really happy. So we all have our breaking point, our aha moment, the point of our journey when, we just become aware of that change that needs to happen for us. So my wake-up call came after I spent a full month unplugged and away from my desk. My husband and I went to Bali, and I could talk to you for hours about that. But during that time, during that month, it was when I realized that I didn't want to live my life like a to-do checklist. I was tired of waking up on Monday and wishing it was Friday. I had to get past my fears to find clarity and really discover my true purpose in the world. So now it's truly my mission to help you find clarity, to help you find confidence, and most importantly, your purpose in the world through lifestyle design. All this talking, I gotta get some water. Okay. Anybody who knows me knows I'm a total tech dork, so I apologize, and we're just gonna wing it, right? So today I really want to talk to you about that place of not feeling like you're enough. We've all been there. At different points of our lives, we've all felt like we're just not enough. Not smart enough, not thin enough, not desirable enough, not capable enough, not worthy enough, not deserving enough. And frankly, feeling like we're just not good enough totally sucks. We tend to look around at what everyone else is doing and judge ourselves for not making the grade, for just not being good enough. And I've been there. So I could say with 100% certainty, it sucks. I was there especially when I was starting my business. So when I was starting my business, as I said to you before, I was a psychotherapist with a full practice and a waiting list, and left my practice feeling successful and left my practice to step into coaching, excited to help other ambitious women like myself. So when I created my website and I didn't have a full schedule and Oprah wasn't calling, I kind of felt like crap. So I looked around at what everyone else was doing and I felt like they were light years ahead of where I was. I started to beat myself up and think that everyone knew so much more than I did. So of course, in panic, I did what every ambitious woman always does. I tried to learn as much as possible. I signed up for every webinar on the planet. I signed up for every course and just tried to shove as much information in my head as humanly possible. And what happened? Well, the more I crammed into my brain, the more overwhelmed I felt. So here I was, feeling overwhelmed, frustrated, pretty much like crap for not making the grade. And that's the biggest mistake that we make. We look around at everyone else and use it as a barometer of where we should be, right? The truth is that that's not remotely fair, because unless you walk a mile in someone else's shoes, you have no idea of the struggle and the journey that they've been through to get where they are now. Instead, it's hugely important for us to check in with ourselves, to see where we are right now, and most especially, where we've come from. So if you know anything about me, I bet that you thought that I was going to say, it's important to look where we are now and then see where we are headed. And I normally do say that. But I'm all about stepping into vision. And that's a true part of who I am. But this time, I really want to encourage you to start by looking in the rearview mirror. Look back. Where have you been? What has it taken for you to be where you are right now? What successes, triumphs, or just not failures can we be celebrating right now? We're so quick to criticize ourselves. Not thin enough, not smart enough, not capable, not good enough. Sometimes we even think that what we have to offer the world is just not enough. And you know what I'm talking about. It's that stuff that we say to ourselves in our brain that we wouldn't say to anybody else, not even like our mortal enemy, right? We just wouldn't talk to anybody else like that, but we somehow think it's acceptable for us to talk to ourselves like that. The world can beat us up enough. So we should start celebrating. And you're thinking, okay, how do I go from talking to myself like a truck driver to celebrating things? Well, I have a quick exercise for you. So I want you to grab a pen, paper, crayon, whatever you have. And I'm going to time us for 30 seconds. So I want you to work as quickly as you can, but just focus on what simply comes up from the top of your head. Okay, so whatever comes off the top of your head, I want you to write down what's working. Simple list. You don't even have to number it, just bullet points. So it could be simple things. It can be like, I've mastered eating breakfast in the morning. I have. I'm going to go ahead and pat myself on the shoulders for that. It could be like, I rocked that workout. It could be something as super simple as, I was not late for work this morning, right? So just want you to keep it super simple. Let me dial up my, okay. I told you I'm not a tech genius. Okay, I've got my timer on. And we're going to do just 30 seconds. Not even a full minute, 30 seconds. Ready? Go. just come up with what's working. Simple things. It could be a big win, but just what is working for you right now? All right, we got a couple more seconds. Big inhale, exhale, write one more thing down, and stop. That's it, just stop, pens down, right? Just like our SATs. But whether you have 2 things on that list or 10, it's really about shifting your focus from what you aren't doing right to what's really working in your life. It's about our mindset. If we spend the entire day pointing out all of our flaws, we never actually have the opportunity to notice our successes, our brilliance, right? We could probably tweet that, right? We spend an entire day pointing out all our flaws. We never have the opportunity to notice our successes. So it also goes back to like that old story, right? I love old stories. Again, if you know anything about me, I'm always good for an analogy. But think about that glass half full versus the glass half empty. So do you really want to spend your whole life feeling like every move you make is just not good enough? Right? Spend your whole life with that glass half empty. The truth is, if you want to change your life, it needs to start with how you talk to yourself. Even when it comes to like creating your vision, it's hard to think about your future if you're so focused on your flaws, if you're so focused on what's not working. All right, more water. All right, so we've all got room for improvement, even Beyonce. But so for me, in my journey, even when it came to starting my business, I needed to get super clear about reevaluating how I was talking to myself, how I was treating myself. And in getting clear about that reevaluation, it was only then that I could create realistic goals, realistic expectations. And if you really want to know, once I exhaled, that's when the real magic happened. Instead of feeling like I wasn't enough, I created my own pace, my own goals, and I felt like a total rock star. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to look at your list, like really look at it, not that casual glance that you do at your to-do list, like, oh, yep, there's milk. But really look at your list. Post it on your bathroom mirror, on your planner, or your computer, wherever you can, right? And I want you to celebrate. If celebration for you is busting out a bottle of Dom, get on with your bad self. But honestly, if you can find a way to celebrate that works for you, you know, to pat yourself on the back, whether it's like a mani-pedi, a walk with a friend, extra bee pollen in your smoothie, take time to discover what celebrating feels like for you. What's authentic, right? So maybe you've been struggling with feeling like you aren't enough. And I know that that can be really scary. And I've been there. Everything I've learned over the last few years, I've put into my work coaching women. So it kind of shrunk my work down a little bit. And I put it into a program called Fear to Freedom. And Fear to Freedom is for ambitious women. Women who want to step away from feeling like they're stuck in this teeny tiny little box. Things that keep them playing small. And they want to create more freedom. They want more time, especially more time with friends and family, instead of working till 1 a.m., right? Been there. In the Fear to Freedom program, I'm going to walk you step by step on what areas of your life are important to focus on to feel your best. How to design your day around people and places and activities that light you up, and how to get more done in less time. So the program is 6 weeks. You'll get weekly modules via email, and we're going to talk twice. So we're going to chat one-on-one 2 times. So the first time, we're going to talk before you even start the program, right? So once you made the decision that this is a good next step for you, and I'll send you all the information in the email, of course, we're going to sit down and do a deep dive so we can get super clear about your roadmap, your next steps, and what you really want, what your goals are, what lights you up. Then you'll do the 6 weeks, right? So you do the 6 weeks of the modules, and I'll be with you every step of the way. So you're going to have unlimited access to support from me during the program. So we're, of course, going to do the Facebook group so that you're connected. And then you and I will be email pen pal buddies, of course. And then the second time that we're going to connect is when you're done with the 6 weeks. And I do that because if you're anything like me, ambitious women, we get to the top of the mountain, we get to the top of our goals, and we always want more. That's just how we roll. So that's what we're going to focus on our second call, is we're going to focus on all the things that worked, what's not working, because we've always got roadblocks sometimes, part of being a human. And we're going to create your next roadmap. That's what it's always about. We've reached the top of the mountain, and there's a whole range left yet for us. So if you're curious a little bit about what my clients have been saying about working with me, you can hop on the website. It's www.baileyfreeman.com/praise. And I'll share a little bit with you about what my clients have been saying. I have it written down right here. So Miss Julie O'Brien said, working with Bailey has given me the courage to start making some big changes in my life. Denise Del Russo said that she feels much more optimistic and has made more moves toward the life that she wants. And even in the short time that we've worked together, that I've changed her life for the better, and she's so thankful to have found me. Thank you, Denise. Emily Castle said that she left every call feeling empowered, excited, and hardly able to contain herself from springing into action on what we had just discussed. And Brandy Johnson, she said, working with Bailey is like cutting through the fog to finally see clearly and move freely. So thank you, ladies. But again, if you hop on the website, you can see their pictures and their longer testimonials about what they have to say about working with me. The investment for the Fear to Freedom program is $14.97. So I promised you a goodie bag today, and for the goodie bag for hopping on the call with me is 15% off coupon to sign up for the Fear to Freedom program. So that's more than $200 off. And I'm definitely not a mathematician. I think it's like $244.52 or something off. But so you're going to get that 15% off from now until midnight. So that's midnight Eastern Standard Time. So just for my UK and my West Coast crew. And you're also going to get a free copy of the first step for the Fear to Freedom action guide. We'll give you a little taste of day one so you can kind of get a feel for it. And then you're also going to get a complimentary 30-minute coaching session with me to kind of review your goals and 2 things that you really took away from today. And I'll send you all the email, I'll send you all that information in the email. So, okay, I promised Q&A, so let's hop into the email for a little bit. All right, let me dial it up on my phone. I'm sure I could figure out how to do it on my computer. I hope somebody emails me with some like tech genius. All right, let me hop on here. Here we go. All right, so we've got a little message from Isabel. Thank you so much, Isabel. Isabel says, congrats. Isabel, you're adorable. Thank you so much. All right, so I know that sometimes when we hear new information, we get those ahas, those, you know, moments, or those like, oh God, what am I doing with my life moments. It happens. It's part of being human. Feel free to shoot me an email. So again, it's baileyfreeman@gmail.com. That's my personal email address. And thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you had a delicious lunch and enjoyed my company. Again, feel free to shoot me an email with any questions that you're going to have that pop up for you. And I hope that you're going to be joining us on the Fear to Freedom program. It's going to be good. It's going to be a game changer. All right. So again, thank you so much for your time. I really, really appreciate it. And I'll send you all the information via email. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.